This is my winter steelhead setup. It's a Winston 13 foot, 6 inch, 8 weight. It's a great spey rod. It's got a sage reel on it. It's it's their larger size reel. It balances this big rod really well. I've got a Rio shooting head on here. It's a Skagit launch, and it's pretty ideal for this, for winter fishing when you're using pretty big flies and sinking heads, sinking dips. Uh, When I fish smaller rivers, I've got a 10-foot, 10-inch rod that kind of lets you get in under the trees and in the brush. But in a big river, this is great. I'm Matt Vanderhagen. I'm a member of the Spey Fanatics group, and I'm out here with a couple of friends, and we're fishing for winter steelhead. And it's been a pretty good season. I've had some pretty good luck. I've caught a number of fish, and a lot of it made possible by my friend Mark Horvath, who takes me out on his boat, and met a lot of great people through the group. And I am a fanatic. I just love steelhead fishing. I've been fly fishing for all of my life. Started steelhead fishing about 10 years ago, got into spey fishing 3 years ago, and I've just been doing it pretty hardcore the last 2 winters and falls. And it's just a great sport. I love it. I love the people I meet. I love the places it takes me. I love the fish. And yeah, it's just a great thing to do.
What advice do you have for winter steelheading?
Be patient. Be patient and enjoy the process, because you do a lot of casting for every fish, and you have to put a lot of time in. You've got to be persistent and just enjoy being out there, because most days you're not going to catch a fish. If you catch a few fish over the course of the winter, and that, in my mind, that's a successful winter. And it's just great being out there. It gives you something to do in the winter. And we've got a lot of rivers in Western Washington that just have, great fish, have great scenery. You meet some wonderful people on the river. You catch the occasional fish, and it's a good time.
Now, you've had some really good success this past winter. Some people say you're lucky. What would you say, luck in steelheading?
I think...
Are you lucky, or are you good?
I think you make your own luck. And by developing enough skills, and then by just putting in a lot of time. If you're new at the sport, you just got to realize that it takes time to develop the skills to put the fly near it where it has to be able to read water. But it doesn't. You can have fun from day one, but the more you do it, the more you go out with experienced people, the more you'll learn, and then again you'll start making your own luck. So, was I lucky to have a good winter? Sure, but it's persistence that pays off, and again, you just got to enjoy the process, because most of the times you're just out there casting. And when you hook a fish, it's incredible. It's an incredible feeling. You remember it all day. You get a smile on your face for the rest of the day, sometimes for the rest of the week. So it's not something that you get into lightly. I don't think. Most spey fishermen I know, most fly fishermen I know, are pretty hardcore. They love the fish. They love the places they go. They're pretty good conservationists, and they're a fun group to be around. That's one of the reasons, why I just enjoy fly fishing, is a lot of the people you meet, the people you get to spend time in great places.
We have a lot of die-hard steelhead fanatics that say you should go solo. You shouldn't fish with other people, just to increase your odds of catching a fish. What would you say to that? Is it better to go by yourself to increase your odds of catching a fish?
It's a very personal thing, I guess. I I like fishing solo, but I also like fishing with people. I like fishing not with a group, but with one or two, good friends. Um, I think I've been out with the Fanatics in one of the group meets, and I think there were 8 or 9 of us that day, and that's a little much to go steelhead fishing, but the the value of that day, it was just meeting people and meeting, some folks that will be lifelong friends, and then going out, fishing with one or two individuals after that. Um, but yeah, personally, I mean, I've been fly fishing since I was 16, and a lot of it has been solo. And I love solo time out on the water. Uh, but going out with one or two good friends, that's equally great.